Hello, this is Jane Talbot and it is day 27 of my romantic fiction writing adventure. All the feedback is now in and I have spent some time today reading through all the feedback from my editorial team, who are also my friends. And some people could say that it must be quite challenging having your friends as your editors. Are they going to tell you the truth? Are they only going to tell you good things? Will they be able to offer constructive criticism? And I'm pleased to report, I think I have received really helpful and honest feedback. It hasn't all been good. And I find that quite heartwarming to know that I'm in relationships with people where they feel that it is okay to be honest with me. I haven't taken it personally. And I have considered absolutely everything that's been offered to me in light of the fact that I have also made the decision to write my own book. Each of my friends had a completely different reaction to the book, to the story, and to the main characters. In the way they related to the main characters, the expectation and hopes they had for the main characters, the degree of depth required, the degree of development required in the story, all different. Some people were really comfortable with some of the gaps I left, and they, I suppose, the kind of reader who see reading as a creative act where they want gaps so they can fill the gaps in themselves. Other people wanted more gaps filled in for them, and I certainly think there's an opportunity for me to bridge those gaps, to make those gaps traversable to every reader, whilst giving enough space for those people who like to fill in the gaps themselves, enough space for that creative act to take place. So, what will I take from the editorial feedback? Well, I will take some useful vocabulary that's in keeping with my main characters, in keeping with the story, and in keeping with me. I will take this notion of needing to bridge some of the gaps in a way that allows for creativity to remain for the reader. And I will consider emotional development. So Mills and Boon is quite flat. It's not really intense. When you're reading it, you're not really like this, really worrying about what's going to happen next. There's not much tension because you know it's all unfolding and they're going to kiss in the end. And some feedback I had this morning really gave the thumbs up to acquiescing to the need for a deeper swell of emotions to come to the fore. So I've got all my feedback. I feel like I'm putting my rucksack on now and getting ready for the big expedition. I recognise the feeling I'm experiencing now. It's a kind of pioneering feeling. I had this feeling in this form. The last time I really had this feeling was probably in 2011. I think it was 2011 when I ran across the islands of Islay and Jura, 203 miles unsupported with just a rucksack on my back. And when I got on the ferry at Kennaicraig to catch the boat over to Islay, I had this feeling of kind of having had support up until that point, but it was only me who could get on the boat and me who could go and run those 203 miles. And in the moment of stepping on the boat, I felt this freedom, this liberation, this feeling of pioneering, of adventuring, of aliveness and of thrill. And that's what it feels like right now. I am about to step out. Feels good.